Hello Pisces, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot. Today we are doing a general read linked with the Temperance card, which came from my All Signs overview. If you haven't watched my All Signs overview yet, there will be a description for that in the... No, there will be a link for that in the description. And if this doesn't resonate with you, go and check that out, because there might be something in there what does resonate with you. Maybe you're working from a different aspect of your birth chart or something like that. Okay, as I said, it is a general read, meaning, oh, there we go, we've got a Queen and King of Hearts coming out for your person, or possibly people. Okay, let's put them down there, just about in view. Cool. As you can tell by my backdrop, not doing this from home. I'm still working away company at the moment, so yeah, you're having to put up with the best lighting I can make in a hotel and all that. But yeah, if this doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can. If it does resonate with you, fantastic. Okay, so yes, Temperance card is our card from the All Signs overview. Temperance is talking about being patient, waiting for something, or becoming stronger because of that. And sometimes it's about mixing it up, and that's what I feel it is for you this week. Okay, we got the Nine of Cups coming out with the cup there. Actually, I don't want to do that, because I'll look back to the Nine of Cups, because that wants to go there, and that can go there. And then we got the Nine of Pentacles as well. So it's coming to the end of something. We're not quite at the end of something. Possibly, I say mixing up, you've got a King and Queen of Hearts coming out with this. One of them, I believe, is you. The Queen of Hearts, I believe, is Pisces, and the King of Hearts is a Cancerian. So this could literally just be about you and them, or maybe you have another Pisces in your life and a Cancerian in your life. And let's just see what this waiting has to do with that. Okay, shall we? Yeah, that Nine of Cups. That Nine of Cups is... sometimes it's the minor arcana of the star, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. Other times it is just emotional fulfillment. Things are looking good in your relationship status. With the Nine of Pentacles as well, there is an energy of independence and energy of freedom. Now that could just be you having your independence and your freedom within the relationship. It could be breaking away from one or the other of the people involved here. It could be them breaking away from you. It could be you breaking away from someone else to be in that little triad down there. Okay, let's just move them out of the way a little bit. So the way we'll do the energies today, I think we will have what the situation is all about. How do your people feel about you? And what the best outcome the universe can see for you from all this. From the bottom of the deck, we'll have an overall energy, which is the Cancer card, and it is also the Chariot, driving forward, winning things against the odds. Okay, now when I talk about relationships, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a new group you are forming with this people. It could be just a new friendship. Maybe you've started a new group, some new activity, pastime, whatever, and these are people within that group. Well, we'll find out. Okay, so the Eight of Swords. So there is a case of sort of, I don't know, being blocked by your own thinking. Perhaps you're thinking you're not good enough, perhaps, or this situation, I should say, perhaps someone's not thinking that they're good enough, perhaps someone's like, I don't know, it's just you're stuck in that one way of thinking. It's like a, yeah, and it's causing a problem. That's why the universe is dealing with it today. Okay, so we have got the Death card coming out with the clarifiers there. We have got the Seven of Swords coming out. We have got the Queen of Cups coming out. And there, go on, why not? We'll have one more. And we have the Devil at the end. So the Devil is kind of showing up twice in this read now. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Devil. Some tarot readers see the Seven of Swords as the minor arcana of the Devil. Now, that being like toxic relationships, toxic energies, addictions, something you need to break away from, something which isn't good for you on a physical, mental, or psychological level. Well, no, mental and psychological is about the same thing, but anyway. Well, this is kind of like a lesser version of it. Maybe it's just like a bad habit you have. Maybe you, I don't know, smoke or drink a little bit too much. But it's not something which is controlled in your life like the devil would be suggesting. Okay, so with the death card coming out, we're talking about there's a change. Something's dying within this situation and something's being reborn. As I said, maybe you're starting some sort of new group and these are the people in that group. With the Chariot card, you're driving forward. It's all about speed. Okay, the Chariot is, if you were going in the olden days, when before cars and things, the Chariots would have been the race cars of the era. Okay, you would have had your carts and your wagons, and then you would have had your chariots hurtling through towns, sometimes killing people. Now, the death card there is saying that something's changing. Now, it could be the way of thinking, being trapped within something, a way of thinking. It could be being trapped within a way of believing your life should be. Okay, maybe this group here, if it is a group you're starting, is like a historical battle reenactment group, but you're thinking, well, I shouldn't be doing that. I'm like 30 something now, I'm like 40 something now. It's like what kids do. It's like playing around with swords and shields, blah blah blah. But that way of thinking is coming to an end, and a new way of thinking is arising. Now, the Seven of Swords, as I said, could be the minor arcana of the devil, which is like, maybe it is that way of thinking. It's like, oh well, I shouldn't be doing it because like I'm like this and I'm like that, and this is for that and that for that, and it's like you're stopping yourself from experiencing that Nine of Cups, that emotional fulfillment. Because again, emotional fulfillment doesn't have to be relationships. It could be a group which emotionally fulfills you. But in this case, it's a change of energies. It's a change of a way of thinking. It's a change of tactics. We're decreasing from the Knight or the Eight of Swords down to the Seven of Swords. We're losing a sword out of all this, and it's like, well, if I look at this from a different perspective, if I change my way of doing this, then it don't necessarily have to be quite like that. Okay, if I look at it instead of just a group of men playing, or a group of people, older people playing around with swords trying to recapture their childhood, perhaps look at it as, well, it could be a learning exercise. I could learn new recipes for cooking on open fires and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like the changing the way you're thinking. With the Queen of Cups there, now that is your emotional feelings about this. It's like you love it. Whatever it is, you love with an amazing amount of affection and passion with that Queen of Cups. And you're kind of like at the point of view you're wanting to tell everyone. Okay, you're wanting to broadcast it out everywhere. But then with that devil at the end, there is something attached to you, I feel, which you have to break away from first. It's definitely bookending that Eight of Swords, which started it all. And it's some dynamic within your life. Perhaps it is the way of thinking. Perhaps it's the fact that like you feel that your spouse or your siblings or your parents might disagree with what you want to do, and that's causing the bonds which are stopping you from going forth and doing what you want to do. So there's the Queen of Swords crossing all this. You know the truth about all this, and you're just not acting upon it at the moment. Or the other way around, it could be that you have this energy of, well, I know that the thing what's holding me back from this is that devil card there, and I need to cut it out of the situation. So let's see how the Pisces and Cancer feel about that. And then we get the Pisces card come out as well. There you go. Fantastic. The moon. The moon is telling us that it's a little bit shrouded in darkness, and they don't really know the full details of it. You haven't really filled them in. I feel these are new people in your life. They're not someone who's quite well established. But I don't know if you can see very well on my camera, but there is a pathway what leads off to that castle in the distance. And that's talking about travelling the unknown path. Sort of going along a dark, twisty path in the middle of the night. Even when you're familiar with the path, there's little divots and things what might still catch you out in the darkness. So this is how they feel about it. They feel that they might be going on a journey with you into the unknown. Maybe they are your friends and they want to start the reenactment with you as well, but it's like new to them as well. Okay, I don't know where this reenactment thing's come from all of a sudden. Okay, so we got the Hanged Man, we got the 10 of Pentacles, an increase of that 9 of Pentacles, we got the Hierophant, and we got the Magician. So they're all ready to go. Okay, they're ready to take this journey into the dark with you. Okay, with the Hanged Man, they're looking at things differently as well. They're changing their way of thinking. I'm sort of guessing on the whole situation. It's probably why I picked. It's probably why like historic reenactment popped into my head, because that is something you really do have to change your thinking about. It's like you have to get out of that modern lifestyle we live in and throw yourself back before there was electricity and things. And it's like, well, it's kind of like a head twister, isn't it, really, when you think about it? So there is this like looking at things from a different perspective, but it's also they're actually picking something up off you. The Hangman's also about getting signs from the universe to look at things differently. So maybe they're seeing your reluctance, but they're trying to fathom out why with that Hanged Man. With the 10 of Pentacles, it's an abundance of wealth. It's like what I said up here with changing your tactics. And so it was saying, well, it's not just playing around with swords and shields and trying to become kids again. It could be a learning process for you. You could learn how to cook on an open fire. You could learn how to spin yarn and things like that, because not everyone at these reenactments are just running around with the old weaponry. Some of them are there just because they like dressing up in oldie worldy clothes and spinning wool into yarn. So that's the abundance of wealth coming in, what you might be learning. And now it's the 10 of Pentacles. It's abundance of wealth, generally speaking, in most books. But it doesn't have to be wealth, or wealth can come to you in different ways. Now, take, for example, you learn how to spin yarn from like raw fleece from a sheep. You learn how to turn it into wool. You learn how to then knit with it and all that. And then, I don't know, you're in some kind of like way out there situation, which is probably never ever going to happen. And you find yourself on some sort of deserted island with sheep, some shears, and a spinning wheel. Well, your abundance of wealth is your knowledge in this case, because you know how to make clothes. Okay, because you've learned it. With the Hierophant can be talking about learning. It can be talking about like having sort of like a master of their craft in your midst, and they feel that you are that person. You are the person who knows more about this situation than they do. They're sort of kind of tagging along as your Pippin and Mary on your Fellowship of the Ring's journey more than sort of anything else. They're the ones looking up to you for guidance and things. And with the Magician, as I said, that's telling us that they're all ready. They've committed to this in their mind and their soul, and they're ready to follow you into this dark unknown journey. A bit like Mary and Pippin as well, I suppose. Okay, shall we see what crossing this? Crossing this is the 8 of Swords again, which is telling us with that Hanged Man there, they know that you are sort of trapped by something, trapped in a way of thinking, I said right at the beginning, and at the end they're the devil, trying to break away from the bonds that tie you. They can see, as I said here with the Hangman, they can see that you're going through some sort of like issue, some sort of inner turmoil about making this decision. Okay, and they're with the Hierophant and the Magician coming out there as well. They're ready to back you up with it. They're ready to give you any help and advice that you may possibly need of them. Okay, so then we've got the Magician again coming out, and this is the best outcome for you to see. As I said up there, the Magician all ready to go. In older decks, it used to be called the Cobbler. It'd be the first person the fool would go and see before they start their journey, or as they start their journey. to get their shoes, because you're going to need a good pair of shoes if you're going on a long journey. But not just shoes. The cobbler used to make anything out of leather, so a satchel maybe, a new belt to keep up those trousers for when you start to lose weight on your journey, and things like that. And so this magician is a bit more for the oldie worldy magical magician. Okay, so it's sort of saying that the advice to you is this journey is going to be magic for you. Okay, you're going to learn a lot in it. But we got the Ace of Cups, we've got the 5 of Cups, we've got the 9 of Swords, and we've got the 4 of Cups. There's a lot of love in this. There's a lot of friendship building, and possibly even a brand new relationship coming out of this for you, with that Ace of Cups there. But with the 9 of Swords there, it's going to be not an easy route to take. Okay, there's going to be a lot of anxiety, a lot of overthinking the situation. It could be possibly that you're going to meet someone who is actually your person, yeah, like a twin flame or a deep soulmate. But with that 5 of Cups, you're already in a relationship, and there could be some sort of loss involved. Okay, now we've got the 4 of Cups after that, which is all about sort of like disappointment or wanting something you don't have. Well, that's Ace of Cups. Because this Ace of Cups makes the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups is an interesting card, because not only does it talk about loss, the loss of the love of something, it also talks about the fact that there is something else, something new to replace that loss. That Death card up there, something dies, something new begins. Okay, so you might feel the loss of a relationship, you might feel the loss of, I don't know, a family member, a job. If you start that up, and you might like get right into it and end up living in a little shack off the grid with no electricity. You might feel the loss of that electricity, the modern world, from time to time. But it's a new love, okay? And when that new love goes with that 4, that sort of like missing something, because in some depictions you've got 3 cups in front of you, but you're dreaming of a 4th one, okay? The one you're missing, that's there, which makes the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Cups makes a 10 of Cups, makes emotional completion and a completion of a journey. But that's a bit of a sort of stretch for tarot. Oh, we'll add them together, and we got a 9 of Cups. It would have put a 9 of Cups out. Haven't used it yet in here. It would have given me that, and then a 10 of Cups. So it is a little bit like that, but it's kind of sort of saying the thing you're missing is that love. You're going to find that love on this journey, but there's something blocking your journey, something you're tied to, something you have to cut away from, that Queen of Swords. But in your heart or your mind, you've already decided you are going to do that with that 10 of, the 10 of Death. I don't know why I call it now. That could have been why I was going to call it the 10 of Death, because there's a 10 at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so with the 10 of Swords at the end of here. Now, normally, it feels like you've been betrayed. Okay, something's come to an end, someone stabbed you in the back. But in this particular case, this is how you're going to feel. You're going to feel like perhaps you're bringing something to an end in a not so nice way. You might be the one stabbing someone in the back, so to speak. As I said, this whole new group thing I feel over here, it could be the thing what triggers the breakup of whatever situation you're in. Okay, be it a relationship, be it a family dynamic, be it a work commitment, whatever it is for you. Obviously, you know your situation a lot better than I do. I'm just putting the energies around you for this couple of weeks. Okay. So with that 10 of Swords, if you feel like you're the betrayer, you feel like you're the one who's going to be doing the backstabbing, you feel like you're going to be leaving a situation unjustly, shall we say, with the 10 of Swords. But the 10 of Swords is also a completion card, just like the 10 of Pentacles was. Something new is going to be spurring off it. You might not realise it, and it might not feel good at the time you're finishing it, but when you get into something new and well established in it, you can think back, well, where did all this start? You will realise it started when you broke away from that other energy. So that is your read, Pisces. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, fantastic. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can. Just go and check out that All Signs overview. Maybe you're working from a different aspect of your birth chart than your sun, moon or rising. So Thank you very much for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you haven't hit that subscription button and you haven't subscribed to me already, well, please feel free to do so. That way you will get notifications of my videos more regularly. And thank you very much. Until the next time I catch you on one of my videos, you be good out there.